Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. She's the cheerful face many of us wake up to each morning, a bright spot on NBC's Today. But just before the news broke of her divorce, Dreyer made a confession that no one saw coming. Behind the weather updates and morning smiles, a deeper storm was brewing, one Dylan had been quietly weathering for months. It happened during a light segment, chatter about juggling parenting, work, and life. But then Dylan said something that stunned her co-hosts. "Some days I just feel like I'm giving pieces of myself away, and I don't know what's left." It was subtle, just a sentence, but it lingered. Viewers who know Dylan as bubbly and composed sensed something deeper, something unspoken. Little did anyone know, her marriage was nearing a breaking point. Off camera, Dylan's life had become a relentless balancing act. 3 young boys, a high-profile TV role, early morning call times, and a growing feeling that she was stretched too thin. Friends noticed her smile had dimmed. Family noticed her silence during dinners. And yet, she never let it show on screen. But in private, the emotional weight was mounting. A love once full of laughter had turned into long, quiet pauses, and 2 people living separate lives under the same roof. What truly startled fans was what Dylan said days before the divorce news became public. "I think I lost sight of myself, somewhere along the way." She didn't name names, she didn't speak in anger, but her voice cracked with emotion. It was a quiet declaration, a woman owning the truth of what her heart had been whispering for months. And for many viewers, especially women over 60, who've lived through their own seasons of sacrifice, Dylan's words cut deep. In the days that followed, the official announcement came. Dylan and Brian were separating after 12 years of marriage. No scandal, no blame, just 2 people growing in different directions. But what touched viewers most was Dylan's decision not to hide. She continued to show up authentically, vulnerably. No makeup some mornings, tears in her eyes on others. And when asked how she was coping, her answer was simple yet powerful. "I'm finally learning to love the version of me that's been waiting all along." So what's next for Dreyer? A new chapter on her own terms, one filled with self-discovery, healing, and perhaps the kind of joy that comes not from pleasing everyone, but from finally listening to her own heart. And as viewers, we're left wondering, how often do we sacrifice pieces of ourselves in silence? And what happens when we finally decide to stop? Stay tuned. Dylan's story is only just beginning. For more stories of strength, transformation, and courage, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.